We're going to do some wood-fired pizza on the Primo ceramic cooker. All right, we're going to whip up some pizza dough. In the bowl, I got 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. Went ahead and added a ½ teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of instant yeast, and 2 tablespoons of sugar, and about a tablespoon of olive oil. We're going to start mixing all that together. I probably should have waited to add the olive oil, but oh well, shit happens. But we're going to keep mixing. We're going to add some lukewarm water. I'm sorry, not lukewarm. You want at least a little over room temperature. That way it activates the yeast. And we just want to keep mixing this stuff up. And what we'll do is keep adding water until it gets to the consistency that we like, and then we'll transfer it over to a floured cutting board. That's what I like to use. And we'll go ahead and start kneading that up. It looks like I dropped some salt there, but we'll get that back in there. I use coarse sea salt. I just like it. Just a little better for me. So we'll keep mixing and we'll transfer it to the cutting board. All right, back to our cutting board. We're going to throw some flour on there. That way it doesn't stick. We're going to transfer our dough to that, and we're going to start kneading this up. Like I said, you want to knead this for about 5 good minutes until it gets nice and soft. And then we'll put it in an oiled bowl and we'll let it rise for about an hour. But you definitely want to knead this for at least 5 minutes. Keep using the flour. That'll keep it from sticking. Just like so. So we went ahead and put that dough in an oiled glass bowl, and we put a towel over it, a dry towel, just to let it rise. So meanwhile, we're going to make some pizza sauce. In a hot skillet, I put in some garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and we're just going to brown that up just a little bit. And we're going to use tomato sauce and tomato paste. Here we're just going to add some sauce. I'm not going to make a whole lot, it's just for me, so we're going to go ahead and add some sugar, some salt, and some fresh oregano and some fresh thyme. A little bit more olive oil and some tomato paste. This is what's going to thicken it up. And what we'll do is continue to heat this up for a little while until everything is cooked together nice, and then we'll transfer it to a bowl and put it in the fridge until we need to use it. Okay, we've let this cook for a while. We're going to go ahead and transfer this over into a glass bowl. I'll go ahead and throw that in the fridge for a little while. While it's cooling off in the fridge, we're going to go outside and get the Primo fired up. We want to get it up to about 500 to 550 degrees for this cook. Like I said, we're going to use the Primo ceramic LG300. I just have lump in here. We want to open this bottom damper up all the way and the top. I'm going to use 2 tumbleweed starters for this on each side. That way we get a nice even heat since we're running so high. All right, tumbleweeds are lit. Everything's open. We're going to let this go for a while and go inside and start putting our pizza together while this heats up. It's been about an hour or so, and our dough has risen nicely, and we'll start working that into a pizza crust. Onto our cutting board, we've added some flour. We're going to go ahead and grab our dough, throw it on there. We're going to start stretching it out into a pizza crust. You can kind of roll it around, keep hitting the flour. That'll kind of help keep your hands from sticking to it. Just start patting the outer edges out and start spreading it out. You can kind of pull it, toss it, throw it, do whatever you want. Whatever, stretches it out and makes a good pizza crust. In this case, I'm only doing this for myself, so I'm probably going to make about a 12-inch, 13-inch pizza dough. Now that we have our crust where we want it, we're going to take a fork and just poke some holes in that. That way it doesn't rise in the middle. You just want it to rise on the outer crust like a regular pizza. Look how fast I am. For this specific pizza, I'm doing like a margarita style, but I'm using Genoa salami, the pizza sauce, fresh mozzarella, and fresh basil. The Primo's still coming up to temperature. We're going to go ahead and put our pizza together. So we got our dough ready. I've already transferred it over to a pizza pan underneath the pizza, I have some white cornmeal to keep it from sticking. We're going to use that pizza sauce we made earlier and just put some on. I probably put a little too much on here, but I like pizza sauce, so what the hell. We're just going to spread this around evenly. We're going to take some fresh mozzarella, start tearing that up and adding it to it. Love fresh mozzarella. We also have some fresh basil we're going to tear up and put on there. This is kind of a traditional margherita pizza, but we're adding Genoa salami. I like meat on my pizza, so I just thought it'd be a good addition. We're going to add this basil. We're going to go ahead and add the salami. And then once we get this done, we're going to head back outside and check on the smoker. We should be getting up to temp, hopefully. Back outside, looks like we're just under 450. We're getting there. Still wide open. We're going to try and hit 550. Our pizza's assembled, and we're going to take her out and throw her on the smoker. All right, we've hit 550. Let's go ahead and get this pizza on. Open it up nice and slow. Go ahead and grab our pizza. And we're just going to throw the whole thing in there and close her up and let her cook. All right, we let that go about 10 minutes. Shouldn't take long at 550. It's a hot one, and she's done. We're going to go ahead and take her on up here, throw on the cutting board, and cut it up. That's a hot sumbitch right there. We moved her on over to the cutting board. I'm going to hit it with a little olive oil. We're going to grate on some fresh Parmesan cheese. And then once we start cutting this, I'm going to be real quiet so you can hopefully hear the crust. Crunch. Looks delicious. This thing smells delicious. Oh, you can't hear it, but it is really crispy. Really super crispy. Smells great. I think it's going to taste great. Nice and firm. This was a fun cook. Thanks so much for watching. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Rage Against the Kitchen. Also, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.